What's up, guys? I've been playing a lot of City of the Wolves, and I wanted to make a getting started guide, especially that would help Street Fighter players on the things that are not super obvious in this that they don't tell you. And I'm not going to go over all the system mechanics because that would be really long, but I might do like another video on it. But we're going to go over like the unfamiliar things just to get you like a head start on this. The first thing I want to discuss is dashes in this game. So some characters have run and some characters have dashes. And the big thing that's different from Street Fighter is that you can cancel dashes in this game. So when you dash, you don't have to wait for your character to completely finish the dash. You can just go into button, for example, or into throw. So you can go like, you know, jab, jab, dash forward, jump scare, throw, or jump scare, you know, hop. Your character is completely free to do whatever during the dash. It's not as committal like it is in Street Fighter. One really important thing about this as well, when you jump, it changes your trajectory. So like you got your normal jump here, and if you're trying to like cross up your opponent, but it's like, you know, your normal jump's a little too slow, your hop's not going over them, you can try dash jumping, and that will help you get those really crazy angles to open people up with cross-ups. That's really good. Characters that run into jump also change the trajectory as well, as far as I know. I'm sorry, T-Zog players. I'm pretty sure T-Zog's like the only character that when he dashes, he can't cancel out of it. So I think T-Zog's the exception for now. Just remember, especially like when you're learning combos and stuff, like, I don't know, I'll give you like an example. Let's say you land like a fat wild punish here, and you're like, oh, you're plus 23. And you're like, okay, do I get anything from this? Can I dash? And you dash, and you're only plus 3, and you're like, oh, I don't get a combo from this. But you do, because you can cancel your dash. You go like this, and then boom, you know, you got your combo. Okay, next up, let's talk about rolling when you get knocked down. So there's 4 different rolls that you can do in this game, and to be honest with you guys, I thought there was only 2 during the beta test. I just like learned about this recently. There's 4. Okay, so you can, when your character knocks you down, you can roll forward or you can roll backwards at 2 different ranges. So there's roll short and roll far. And the command for it is to roll backwards. You hold back and you press punch. If you hold light punch and back, you roll short backwards. And if you hold heavy punch and back, you roll far backwards. And then it's the same for forward. For forward, you hold forward instead. Forward and light punch for short roll forward. And forward and heavy for far roll forward. And if you press nothing, then you'll just lay on the ground and then you'll quick rise up. So all of these different types of wake up options have pros and cons. And it's a really cool part of this game, and it gives you a lot of defensive options. So the rolling is obvious, right? If somebody knocks you down and you want to, you know, gain a lot of space, you can roll far backwards. So the downside to rolling far backwards is obviously you put yourself closer to the corner, and you're also more minus. So let's say when Mai knocks me down, Mai sweeps me here, and I roll backwards, I'm minus 43. But when I roll short, I'm minus 37. So I get up sooner. So let's say, like, you know, Mai, she sweeps me and then she runs towards me or dashes towards me and tries to do an attack. I can like jump scare. She'll think I'm rolling far, but I'm not, and right, and then I do wake up button. There's like kind of a mind game there. And then as for the rolling forward, this is good for repositioning. So same thing, if the opponent pursues me, I can roll forward and throw them off by rolling past them. Or let's say I'm in the corner, right? If I roll short, yeah, see, I roll short, I'm not out of the corner, so I can stay in the corner. So like, let's say the opponent anticipates, because a lot of people like to roll out of the corner in this game, right? So this is the long one. Like I changed them to now they're in the corner, but a lot of players will like get used to this, and they'll anticipate it, so they'll like neutral jump and wait for you or jump backwards. So if you mix it up and you roll forward, you can throw them off as well. So basically what I'm saying is, like, you definitely want to mix up your defensive options game and know about all the different roles you have. They all have their pros and cons. So the not pressing anything is really interesting. So let's say you don't roll at all. This is where you're at the most minus, right? Minus 63, which is huge. The upside to this is that you have throw invincibility when you wake up if you don't roll. No throw loops, guys. Woohoo! Here we go. So I do like a meaty throw. and then I do wake up button. You see it? I beat the throw. It's really weird because I'm invincible to throws for a very small window if I decide not to roll. So that's really, really good. Gives you an extra defensive option. The downside is that you're giving the opponent really crazy Oki, like a good like setup on you because they have so much time. So for example, let's say I do this let's say I do this move. I can't get close enough, right? This character's scary. I got a command grab, you know? And I do this move and then they roll away from me. I don't get anything. But if they decide to not rise and I do this move, now all of a sudden I get 2 dashes and I'm plus 14 right in their face. Really scary. So having to throw invincibility has a cost, basically. So sometimes, you know, you do want to roll. But if you notice your opponent rolling a lot, then you can do a lot of wake-up throws on them. And if you notice your opponent is not rising, not rolling, and they're waking up button because they know they're throwing invincible, then to beat that is you hit them with a fat meaty. Like you hit them with a button as they're getting up. And that will beat them for mashing buttons. So it's a cool, like a really cool defensive game. It's really fun. It's not like big slot machine city right now because you know, throw loops on you know what. Okay. Anyways, finally, there are certain moves in this game, like supers and stuff, that will cause a hard knockdown. I don't think you can roll if somebody throws you, for example. Like, see if I do a normal throw. Yeah, see, she can't roll. This move, she can roll, but if I do the EX version, she cannot. So I'm spending a little bit of bar, so I cause a hard knockdown. So just explore whatever character you're using and just know that not everything. There are certain moves that cause hard knockdowns, just like in Street Fighter. Okay, cool. Next thing, let's talk about buttons. Right. So this game has got a lot of old school features from fighting games, and one of them is the archaic close proximity buttons. So there are close versions of all standing buttons in this game. So here is my far light punch, and here's my close light punch. Actually, they look like almost the same. What the heck? But they're different. So like, for example, here I'll hit her, and you see on the left side it says I'm +2 on the frame, and if I hit far, see I'm +1. They're 2 different buttons. The light kick is more obvious. Hold on. That was probably a bad example. Let me get it to guard. Here's my close light kick, and then here's my far light kick. See? And it goes for heavies too. All standing buttons, guys, has close proximity buttons. So this is really important because that means different frame data. Usually, like, the close buttons are better, usually. But, like, my light kick especially, for example, see, I'm -5 on this. But up close, I'm +3. It's, like, totally different. It's, like, a super good pressure button. Also, things will be cancelable that aren't. So, for example, my far heavy punch. I can't cancel this into a special move. But close, I can. Because it's a different button entirely. There's only 4 like attack buttons in this game, but because of the close proximity, you got more than you think. So once again, it doesn't work with the crouching attacks. It's the standing attacks to know. So experiment with your character. Find what's plus, that's close, what's cancelable, and yeah, explore the different buttons. They're really important. Also, this is kind of weird to explain, but there are certain things in this game that are kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, hard coded, or I don't know, man. But like, here, this really threw me off. But I'm gonna put on Wild Punish, even though I haven't explained what Wild Punish is yet. But let's say I land a Wild Punish, okay? So I know I have time to dash forward and do a heavy kick, like this. And you see, I get that close heavy kick, and that's where I can get like the most damage with Kevin. But see, right there, when I dashed, I was too far, and I got the far heavy kick instead. I don't like close proximity normals, by the way, guys. But anyways, so I'm like, this really threw me off because now I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be close enough or not. Sometimes I am, and sometimes I'm not. Right? And then I could get a much bigger combo when I do it that way. But for some reason, when I do dash heavy punch instead, it is more consistently close heavy punch, even though the distance is the same. So it's like almost like the game has like some hard-coded situations where it wants you to, it can give you the close proximity of certain buttons than the other. So I'm sure there's a bunch of examples of different characters. So just, yeah, I feel like this is intended because it doesn't want you to get too much deeps off the punish counter. So whatever character you're playing, guys, if you're trying to get close proximity buttons on certain combos, explore the other buttons, because like I said, this version, see, look, heavy kick far, now go heavy punch. See, now that's close heavy punch, same distance, right? It's peculiar, but it's important to know as a Street Fighter player. So that's what I found out recently. What else can I talk about with buttons? Usually your standing light punch is your fastest button for a lot of characters, and I think the fastest buttons in this game are 4-framers, right? I don't think anyone has a 3-framer. Maybe Hotaro might have a 3-framer, but yeah. So if you're gonna mash buttons in this game, like for example, Kevin, this is 4 frames. Crouching light punch is 5 frames, and for Mai, her standing light punch is 4, and her crouching is 5. Even Mai's one of the faster characters too. So in Street Fighter, a lot of people when they mash buttons, it's always crouching light punch. That's usually the go-to. But in this game, it's standing light punch. So make that adjustment. But I haven't, played every character, so I could be wrong on someone. Oh, and for your cross-up attacks, it's usually a light kick or a light button. So like because this game doesn't have mediums, right? Usually in Street Fighter, it's like jumping medium punch or jumping medium kick is your cross-up. But in this game, it's light kick or your light that crosses up. So make that adjustment too. Okay, next thing to talk about. Let's move on. Oh, reversals. Yeah, reversals and uppercut. This is another much different thing from Street Fighter. Okay, so in this game, let's use Mai as an example because she has an uppercut. Kevin doesn't have one. So in this game, you're used to Street Fighter that the EX versions are the invincible ones, but not in this game. And the EX versions are for like combos and stuff. So when something is invincible in this game, it actually straight up says it. So like most of the time for uppercuts, it's the light version, and you see on the bottom right of the screen, it actually says invincible. It will tell you, and that goes for supers too. Like for example with Kevin, when I do my punch super, it says invincible, so it means I can use that as a reversal. But if I do my kick super, it's not invincible. So the game just straight up tells you, so you don't have to experiment. That's good. But for like I said, for characters with uppercuts, usually if you want to wake up uppercut, it's the light version you want to wake up with because it straight up is invincible. It won't lose to attacks. However, when it comes to anti-airs, you're not just restricted to doing the light version of the uppercut. The heavy version of your uppercut is upper body invincible, and so is the EX version, as far as I know, across most of the characters. The reason they made the light uppercuts invincible is because those are the ones you can't break. Like I can't break this and extend my combo, but the heavy one I can. So then, this game would be pretty broken if like I can wake up with an invincible uppercut and then, get a full combo from that. That would be like ridiculous. Shortcuts and buffering. Okay, this is the next tip. So this game's got a really cool buffering trick that I wish Street Fighter 6 had. So if you're having problems with timing anything in this game, let's say you want to juggle into a super or a special move. So let's say I go like this, and I want to go into my super. And say I inputted the super too fast. Like right there, I inputted my super too fast. I got way too crazy, and I did an uppercut by accident. You could just hold down the button in this game. So my super is core circle forward, punch. I would do the same motion, and then I would just hold down punch at the end. And the super is going to come out as soon as my character returns to neutral. So I just hold it down, and it's like easy timing. It's the same thing. Let's say I knock down Mai off the floor, and she wants to do a wake up uppercut. When you do the uppercut, just hold down the kick button. Her uppercut is uppercut with kick, and then I just hold down the button, and you'll land it every time. It's like a stored buffering technique that's in a lot of SNK games, and it's really sick. And I wish Street Fighter had this, because there's a lot of times you'll drop your drive reversal, your reversal, and you get blown up, right? So in this game, anything that requires like your character's in the middle of a move or on the floor or can't act, hold down the button. It works for supers, specials. I don't think it works for buttons, but supers and specials it will, and it will auto buffer it. Very important. Other shortcuts that are important to know. Okay, good. Kevin's actually a great example for this. Because you're dashing so much in this game, there's a lot, and this game has a lot of core circles and uppercut motions. You're gonna run into situations where you want to dash forward and get a core circle move instead of an uppercut move. So I'll show an example of that. Let's say So I land this move with Kevin, and I want to dash forward to juggle. And I want to juggle at this move. It's core circle forward kick. And you see, I'll get that instead. My command grab is an uppercut with kick. So every time I dash forward, I'm getting uppercut by accident, which is really annoying. Dude, I'm getting it right now, trying to do this move. Trying to do it. So the shortcut is tiger knee motion. So instead of doing core circle forward kick, I'm going core circle forward to up forward kick instead. Tiger knee. And I'll get the core circle every time. So now I do it. See, now it works. Yay! So that's another really cool shortcut in this game. Another one is if you're having problems and you want to get uppercut instead of the core circle forward, the uppercut shortcut is half circle back forward. So instead of doing forward, down, down, forward, it's half circle back forward and then the button. It's kind of strange, but it's, once again, if you're dashing and you want to make sure that uppercut comes out, or you're back dashing or something weird, it's additional steps. Yeah, I know, but I know I call it a shortcut, but it's just, it's a legacy thing. It's been around the SNK games for a long time, and it's important that the Street Fighter peeps know what's up. Finally, for dashing and hopping in general, don't forget you can use the rev button. So you got your macro rev button by default, and if you press the rev button when you jump at the same time, you can hop with the macro like this every time. 100%. Abuse this. And then same for the back dash. You don't have to mash back or forward. You can just press back in the rev button. So look, easy dashes, easy back dashes. Really good. Okay, finally, let's talk about Wild Punish. Hold on, let me scroll down my notes a bit. All right, Wild Punish. Okay, so you're probably seeing Wild Punish every now and then, and the game like slows down. You're like, whoa, what's that? How do I get that? To get a Wild Punish, this confused us like crazy during the beta. It seems to be anytime you whiff punish, usually a button, but it has to be a whiff punish. It can't be like a block punish. So it's similar to punish counter in Street Fighter, but it's not quite the same. So I'll give you an example of what I mean. Like, let's get Mai to sweep me. So I block her sweep and she's punishable. So I hit her with a move. So since I blocked the button, I'm not whiff punishing it. I'm punishing it. So it's a normal punish like that. But if she did the sweep and it didn't make contact with me, it's a wild punch. It's more wild because it's, you know, footsies. So it's really sick. And if you do it with a light attack, if you get a wild punch with a light attack, it won't freeze the screen. It's for heavy attacks. The heavy attacks, it wants you to get like a really big reward. So let's get mine to do this. And you'll be insanely plus. Any heavy attack, like let's say I do like heavy kick instead. Same thing. I don't know if every character gets like the insane slowdown with their heavies, but I'm pretty sure they do. Some will be different frame advantages than others, like, but for Kevin, I think I'm the same for both. Yeah, they're both plus 23. But I know for sure there's characters that have different frame data for it. So I'll give you another example just to really hammer my point on this. Let's say Mai does an uppercut, okay? She does an uppercut, and I block it. Like wake up uppercut. I hit her. It says counter hit. Now let's make her miss it. It whiffs complete. I hit her. It's still counter hit. So that's why I say it's mostly buttons. There are rules to this. It's odd. They don't want you to like land the fattest combo of somebody, even though you can land a pretty heavy hitting combo if somebody whiffs a DP in this game. Like you could get like 3 heavy attacks. But it makes it consistent so you know it won't be a wild punch because it was a special move. So, like I said, whiffing buttons, whiff punishing buttons is what gives you the wild punish. Yeah, supers is weird. Like, I'll show you an example of super. Let's get mine to do her super. See, I get the wild punish with that. If I block the wake up super, let's just say you get punished. So, it seems that supers do get wild punished, but not like uppercuts. I don't know about other special moves. Let's hold on. I can test another one. Let's do this one. Yeah, see, I get a wild punish on that. So maybe a better way of explaining it is that wild punish is for everything except for uppercuts. I think uppercuts are reversals, right? Well, her gonna do a heavy uppercut. Yeah, see, it seems like uppercuts. It doesn't. I learned something myself now. Also, I should note with wild punishes, if you land a wild punish sweep, there's OTGs in this game. So for example, if I land a wild punish sweep, I can combo her. Like I can hit her with another sweep. It's really weird. It's not like this in Street Fighter. Or any move that hits off the ground. Like, I don't know, let me think here. If I do like this, yeah, see it hits her. Just because sweeps are common in fighting games, right? So you'll be in this situation a lot. Like I'm sure Mai can do something too. Like, what can she hit off the ground? Yeah, see it hit him. It didn't do a boatload of damage, but like, you know, it's cool to know that there are OTG stuff in this game. Yeah, speaking of supers, another thing too is that you can't super cancel your specials, which is like a common Street Fighter thing. So like, let's say I do, this is a special move. I can't go this into super. It won't work. And this is like for all the characters. The supers you want to juggle in this game. Even the OD or the EX moves, I can't super cancel this. There's a lot of juggle stuff. I mean, I'm sure there might be a character out there that's an exception to this rule, but in general, if you're wondering why you can't get supers. I want to do a guide like talking about the combo system in this game because it's different than Street Fighter as well. But yeah, if you guys like this one, I'll make one just to talk about how the combo structure works. Anyways, another thing too is that your normals you can super cancel though. Like this one I can't special cancel it, but I can super cancel it. That's kind of similar to Street Fighter, except that crouching light kicks you can super cancel in Street Fighter, but in this game you can't. So you can go like, I don't know, Mai can go crouching light kick like this into super. Oh, by the way, whoever's watching this video, there's someone who's like used to SNK games. If you know a trick to doing uppercut from crouching attacks, please let me know. That would be nice, and then I can explain it back in a different video. Let's talk about the high crush and the low crush. I think this is important too. I'll just go over the basics on it. Like I said, we'll do another video on all the mechanics of the game. But I'm gonna need that combo structure. I know so many people are asking about it. Okay, so every character has a universal high crush and low crush. Think of it like, I don't know, like Street Fighter 3, where everyone has like a universal overhead. So it's the rev button plus heavy punch, or the rev button plus down plus heavy punch does this MK down 3 kick that I'm doing here. So the overhead, sorry, everyone has access to a universal overhead with the low crush. So I'll get I'm pretty sure everyone has an overhead. Maybe T-Zog doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But the cool thing is that if they do a low attack, let's see here, give an example, and I do this high crush when she does it, the game will go slow-mo. Whoa, super slow. And it will allow me to get a bigger combo. See, I'm more plus. Wow, look, now I get full ground combo. It's really cool. And then the same is with the high crush, and that's down. Once again, down plus heavy punch and rev. So this would be if they do like a standing attack. If I can, yeah, see, I timed it. And then once again, more plus, but everyone can special cancel out of these high crushes. So like this, special cancel. That's how you get the combos from this. I can't, like, you're not gonna get a link maybe, but you get a special cancel. Another thing that makes this really useful, since it's a high crush, it's basically everyone's universal anti-air as well. So like, say Mai jumps in, you know, poor Kevin, he doesn't have an uppercut, but I can use my high crush because it's a jumping attack. And then once again, it doesn't look like you get much, but since it's cancelable, all these are cancelable, right? Then you do. You can do a bunch of cool things. Like this, and then, you know, use your imagination. Yeah, and these can't be canceled on block, so you can like do some buffering with it. So for example, this one I can special cancel, right? But I can't do it on block. So if you got like a really good one, like T-Zog's notorious, he does the beak, he just randomly throws it out, and he does his special move, and if it happens to hit, the special move will come out, But if they block it, it doesn't, so you won't have to commit and waste your meter, right? But like I said, I'll go more about this in depth later on the mechanic stuff. I just want to let the Street Fighter players know about this. This is for every character. Finally, pressure in this game. So pressure, it's, once again, this is going to be a lot different because you don't have your crouching medium kicks, right? We're so used to drive rush, crouching medium kick to start pressure. But in this game, since everyone is so mobile and you got hops and dashes and stuff, one thing that can really help you is that there's feint cancel. So every character has feints. Some characters have more than one, like 3 different feints. But usually your neutral feint is your fastest one. It's the rev button plus heavy kick. And for Kevin, like, he has big special moves that you can do. Like, instead of going like this, goes like this, right? Which, you know, you can use it to make your opponent flinch, right? And you can go for a command grab if they try to block. But you can also use those to get frame advantage. So, for example, with let's get Mai to block here. I do heavy kick. You see I'm -1. But if I cancel this into a feint, now I'm +3. Wow. So then there's like a mix-up game here. So like, if I go like this into another heavy kick or heavy punch, and the opponent presses a button, they'll get hit because they get frame trapped because I'm plus now. But if they get defensive, then you go feint and then you can go throw, right? And then that's kind of your basic structure. Or you can go like this and then you loop it like this, right? And then for my like, she can break her special moves too. Like everyone can break their special moves, so you have this. So that will help open your opponent up. And then, like I already mentioned before, that you can cancel your dashes, and obviously you can cancel your runs. So when you're pressuring, when you get your opponent blocking, right, you have options like run forward or dash forward throw. If they see it, you can cancel your dash into a hop. I see a lot of people doing this, like you go like this, and if they press a button, you'll get a full like jumping combo on them to blow them up. So yeah, just you want to stay really mobile in this game. Like in Street Fighter, like you don't want to just sit on the ground and just like go walk back and forth all day, like because characters are fast in this game. They can just go random special move and make them safe too, you know. Like sometimes you have to be a little bit proactive and you know, hop defensively and just press your button and see if they run into it. A lot of people ask me how to describe this game, and the closest is like Street Fighter and Smash Brothers, I would say. Because in Smash Brothers, you're controlling a lot of space and staying mobile, being on the move, you know. There are sometimes, you know, like there is rewards for having a strong neutral in this game, because like I said, that wild punish system. But just keep in mind that like if you're just a sitting duck all day, you know, people are gonna run you over in this game because it's it can be really fast depending on the character. So yeah, that's just something small. I want to just give a heads up as I learn this game myself. I have a lot of fun while I'm waiting for season 3 to hit. But if you guys have anything you want to add to it, let me know in the comments below. And then yeah, if you guys want, I could do a guide on all the mechanics in this game, because there's quite a lot, and of course the combo structure. So I'll add to it as I learn more. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, don't forget I stream every day on Twitch. You can find the links in the description and probably on the screen as well. So don't be shy and say hello. Sometime I can help answer you guys. Oh, I think Mir's working on combo guides too, so expect that as well for some characters. This game's a lot of fun. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Peace.